Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is your Realtor Hugo here with another live. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. It is my pleasure to have you join in on another daily real estate live. I am Hugo Quintanilla, licensed realtor in Maryland with Long and Foster. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. 240-389-4846 is the phone number. YourRealtorHugo.com is the website, and Hugo at LNF.com is the email for all business inquiries. Thank you to everyone that has been using those to reach out. I definitely do appreciate you thinking of me. And the referrals, that's been actually quite interesting to go through. Today, we're going to be talking about investing in real estate, first steps for new investors, and some very basic steps that every beginning investor can take to get onto the road of starting a portfolio. It is within reach, and it's just a matter of you putting one foot in front of the other and setting up a goal and working towards it. So today we're going to cover on some very tangible steps that you can use to get into real estate. It's surprisingly, shockingly easy and simple. You have to do the math, you have to do the work, you have to make the money, but make your money work harder for you. So I'm going to talk more about mindset and mentality shifts, because why not you? Why can't it be you? You just have to know where you got to go and what you have to do to get there. Yeah, it's expensive, but anything worth having is difficult. And if it was really that simple, who knows where we would be. Number one, find your goals. The first step in real estate investing is to define your goals. Are you looking for long-term wealth or short-term fits, or a mix of both? Knowing your objectives helps you choose the right type of property and investment strategy. Do your research about the returns on your investment. For real estate, we traditionally anywhere from 3 to 6% in this area turn on your investment a year. But is that feasible for you? Is that something that is appetizing for you? Do you really want that to be the reason why you got into the property? Is it more about you just really liking the home, living there? Can you afford the home? We want you to be able to afford the home and get the most out of it. If it's going to be your primary residence, it's not really investment property. The best you could do in that case is really improve it and try to maximize your occupation of it. But if you are on your maybe second property or are now on the wealth creation journey through real estate, what is your goal? Are we talking 15 years down the line? Are we talking 7 years down the line? Are we talking flipping? Are we talking leasing? What do you want to do? How hands-on do you want to be? Do you want to automate it? At the end of it, what do you want to do with it? Do you want someone automating it? Do you want someone manage it for you? Or do you want to just let it go by the wayside? These are all things that you want to think about. Number two, understand your financial situation. Take a close look at your finances. Calculate your savings, income, and any debts. Understanding your financial position is crucial to determine how much you can invest and what types of properties you can afford. Save the money, spend less, maximize your money, be purposeful with your earnings. Get to know your budget, work it, and really respect it, honor it, and watch your work really work for you. Live below your means. That could be controversial information for a lot of people, me telling you all that. But we're at a point in time right now where we gotta get it together. Otherwise, we're not gonna be ready for when things really do become higher. Now things are, wait, come August, you're gonna see some stuff that's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, the best thing you can do is prepare. When things are going well, take 25% off the table and you save it for a rainy day. So when things turn south, you can turn around and maximize that opportunity again. You can build off of that ladder. Savvy with your investments and watch them grow. Number three, research is key. Study the real estate market trends, property values, and economic factors in your target area. This knowledge will keep you informed and help you make informed decisions, identifying the best opportunities in the area. I personally very partial to Montgomery County. I think it's a great county. I think it's super resilient. It showed no signs of slowing down the whole pandemic. It has a very tight, limited supply, which has kept a lot of the demand high and the pricing high. But apart from all that, one of the biggest draws, obviously, is the proximity to Washington, D.C. So if you're thinking about moving to the area, if you're thinking about transferring here, if this is your next opportunity or your next stop on your life's journey, think about me when you're consulting realtors to get an opinion and a tour of the whole area. There's some great areas. There's some great opportunities. It's Montgomery County. You have to get to know it. So I'm really excited to show you more of Montgomery County through a lot of these videos. So I appreciate the opportunity for that. Number four, learn about financing options. Explore your various financing options available to you. From conventional loans to FHA loans, understand the different types of financing and how it can help you choose the best for your investment needs. There are FHA government backed loans that will help you and encourage you to refurbish and renovate a home. So that can be a great incentive to do it. Obviously, the conventional loan is one that's much easier to use for your own purpose, but FHA might be easier to qualify for. So there are all reasons for what and why you use the loan product that you end up using, but you got to make sure it's for you, not for the lender, not for the realtor. It's got to be for you, and it works for your finances, because at the end of the day, who's going to be paying the 30-year note? We're going to leave it that there. Number five, build a network. Network with real estate professionals, including agents, lenders, and other investors. Building a strong network can provide valuable insights, resources, and support as you embark on your investment journey. I was very fortunate at a few points in my career to be involved with a few different networking groups, and they are really life changing, at least for me. I got a lot out of them. They really made my career different, because it was an experience that from people that I would have never met probably otherwise, valuable to my career. So get to know people, don't be shy. The only way that you'll be able to meet more individuals and be able to do more deals is by having more conversations. People like to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So you have to treat this like a business. And some of the best opportunities you'll find are from your friends and your family that will see a property when you least expect it. I get those calls all the time. So, number six, choose the right property. Select a property that aligns with your investment goals, whether it's a rental property, a fix and flip, or a commercial space. Make sure it fits your strategy and budget. Remember, there is sometimes a difference between cash flowing a property, cash flow positive, that you're making money extra on top of all your expenses, or cash flow negative, where you're actually losing money and coming out of pocket every month. So that's one way to invest. Or the other way is simply of buying stressed properties, fixing them up, and flipping them for the difference. Somewhere in between falls everyone else. So that can be all of what is out there for you, or possibly even leasing. Let's not forget about leasing, the strongest of all the possibilities, where you hold the property and maximize its value. You got to make sure that it's a strategy and it works within your budget, because even leasing will come with its own expenses as a landlord, as we've covered before. Number seven, conduct thorough inspections. Before purchasing, conduct thorough inspections of the property. Look for potential issues that could affect its value or require costly repairs. This step can save you from unexpected expenses down the line. I've talked about it several times, and it will be the hill that I stand on. Get a home inspection while you can. It is always in your best interest. It is worth the money and is worth the headache. Is it going to change anything? No. Can it be a point of contention? Obviously, especially in a tight market. But do your research on what type of inspections you should get if you are going to make an investment property decision, because sometimes you won't have a lot of time to investigate the issues with these properties. You'll actually have to come to a decision relatively quickly. So have these people on call. That's why it's so important to have that network available so that you can make those calls and get those people there when needed. So all things to think about, timelines and the responsibilities and objectives you're looking for. Number 8, understand landlord tenant laws. Familiarize yourself with landlord tenant laws in your area. These laws govern the rights and responsibilities of both parties and can affect your profitability and management practices. So it is truly easy in Montgomery County to get the landlord tenant handbook from the Department of Housing. Go ahead and download it. There's 8 different languages where you can look at the information in, and it is truly comprehensive of what to look forward to as a landlord and what could happen as a landlord tenant relationships. So do your research. It's not for everybody to be a landlord, and that's okay. It's important that you familiarize yourself with the law and your responsibilities if you do decide to bring anyone outside of yourself into the home. Because remember, we have to license the property if we're going to put it up for lease. And that comes with its own responsibilities. Number 9, plan for property management. Decide whether you'll manage the property yourself or hire a property management company. Good management is essential for maintaining property value and ensuring a steady rental income. Wiser words have never been said. Every property I've had the pleasure of listing has had an exceptional landlord that has taken the time to understand that, hey, these properties deteriorate. I have to invest money back into them, even if it's in between these tenants. My landlords have been diligent on making sure that these properties get redone and get cleaned and get fixed up before the new tenant comes in. And I've been very fortunate with the people that I've worked with. It makes a difference when you have a landlord that cares. It really does. And when you have a property management that cares. So do your research of what property managements are out there, look at reviews, do your studies, and find a good one. Because if it's not for you to be a landlord and deal with people and hound them down for money, because it can get very messy. Money, property, you'll be coming in with a income that hopefully will be cash flowing over time. The company, it can range their fees, so look into that when you can. And the last one for this evening is number 10. Monitor your investments. Regular monitoring of your investments performance. Keep track of the income, expenses, and market conditions. Being proactive allows you to make adjustments and maximize your returns. That's a tricky one with real estate, but I will suggest that you take into the consideration the future potential of your money. There's always a cost opportunity for where you invest your dollars. So if, example, I purchase a home, $400,000 today. This home is obviously going to make me anywhere from 3 to 6% every year. It's going to be sitting there. I'm going to be living in it. There's all these great benefits. The opportunity cost of that monthly payment, that money, and where that money is going versus what I could be doing with that money and with the actual down payment are truly the questions that you should be looking at, because most people, they lament the use of the down payment. It's probably the largest amount that they've saved in a long time, and it's a big chunk of change, especially nowadays. So if you're putting up a lot of down payment, you should consider the opportunity cost of that money. Now, the last thing I want to hear out of anyone's mouth out there is that they're going to buy a car. Why? Because buying cars doesn't help us. Doesn't help us at all to build wealth. The cars are depreciating assets. They're cool, they're fun, they're nice. As a car guy, I'm telling you, I would love nothing more than to buy cars all day, but I sit around and buy Hot Wheels instead because it's a lot more of an asset than buying an actual vehicle is with depreciating value. So a home appreciates. A home is an asset that grows. Yes, there's cost with a home. Take those costs into consideration. Look at the taxes. Look at how much you're spending. Look at how much you can deduct, how much you can save. The headache of dealing with tenants, the headache of doing repairs. Take all these things into consideration. And yes, it's very hard to predict that. And no one has a crystal ball. But that's why you talk to someone like me, someone that's professional that can walk you through some of the ins and outs when you cross those bridges. Now, don't be fearful of things that have not happened. Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's all you can do. There's no point in you worrying about a scenario, that horrible tenant, when you are a great landlord and you do your best to put that out there and do your due diligence to do your research on who you're going to let into the property. You shouldn't fear. Yes, stuff happens, but there's a way to communicate with people and there's a procedure for everything. Is it hard? Yeah, but there are laws in place. So that's why you have to do everything right from the start to make sure you're protecting yourself, your asset, and your career in this industry, because we've talked about reviews matter and landlords get reviewed too. We see listings on Zillow all the time. They get marked or flagged as like, hey, this landlord's not very nice. So let's leave that there. For anyone that's just joining us, I really do appreciate it. We are covering investing in real estate, first steps for new investors. I make it sound easy, right? It's just more daunting than it actually is. When you get into the brass tacks, into the weeds, into doing it, there's some work, but there's also some money to be made. And I hope all of you are seeing that opportunity, especially on lessons like this. If you want to have some fun and check out some cool information, you can check out my bio.site, Your Realtor Hugo. That has my favorite links on there, for my top links, and usually the latest episode of the podcast. So feel free, check that out. And again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great evening. I will see you all tomorrow, where we will be talking about summer market insights, an introduction to the summer market season. It's that time again. Can you believe it? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for summer 24? Oh. All right, let me let that go. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get some rest.